How do you support children with special needs who find transfer to secondary school too difficult? This programme explores an approach that Shoebury-Ness High School in Southend are developing. It's stopping children becoming disaffected long term, and it's helping them to thrive.
I think 4 years ago we were very aware that we were failing a number of youngsters in our school. There were youngsters who just were not accessing the curriculum, even with the help of a learning assistant. And I would say that we really were finding a lot of behaviour problems, a lot of poor attendance and so on.
They took a dramatic step and established the achievement groups. Inspired by the primary system, it's for those children who can't cope with secondary school. It's designed to improve confidence, learning and behaviour in a nurturing environment until they are ready to join the mainstream.
We decided that primary model was one that we would try to emulate in our large secondary school. And certainly we would look at reducing class size and increasing the amount of learning support in the classroom.
While you're finishing that, I'm going to write up a handwriting.
So they employed 2 primary school teachers to lead the group. Deborah Hughes leads the unit.
In many respects, we are delivering a primary model in secondary school. By that, I mean that the children can touch base in one class. They have their own form tutors. They all go to their separate form tutors. But all their core lessons, apart from science, are in the achievement group classes. Swiftly and smoothly. When children are identified in year 6, we work as a team with the feeder schools, the SENCOs, the class teachers, deputy heads. Along with us, we'll identify children who we feel fit the criteria, which is initially to be working below level 3 in at least 2 areas, usually English and maths. They also need to, if they are working at level 3, but are not fulfilling their potential because of emotional problems or some kind of syndrome or anything that may have stopped their learning, then we will admit them until they're ready to be reintegrated.
2 times 6 equals 12. So, for example, they pull out 12, they'll say 2 times 6.
A lot of the curriculum that we teach goes right back to the basics that are learnt in infant and junior school, and I really feel that a secondary practitioner would not be able to provide the children with the basic learning that they really need. Even things like going back to learning the alphabet and learning to count and very, very simple things like that.
We have children with delayed learning that's non-specific. We have several syndromes, including Asperger's, Tourette's syndrome, and we have several ADHD children. We have children with oppositional defiance disorder, disruptive behaviour disorder, and a whole range of other non-specific problems that stop these children accessing mainstream curriculum.
So how do they meet these children's needs?
The curriculum itself, in terms of core and foundation subjects, is differentiated by backtracking to Key Stage 2 objectives to the level that they need to be at. The level of activities can be quite challenging for the children, but they are very creative. Displays, very primary orientated in our rooms, that stands out. Big colourful displays, washing lines, all children's work is celebrated.
So you've got a choice, you're going to go on the red or the black.
I use a lot of concrete resources with the children, so they've got the opportunity to have a hands-on approach, particularly with things like maths, which is often quite abstract grasp for these children, using things like multi-link and shapes and plastic money. I mean, it seems a little bit patronising to say, these children are 12 years old and we're going back to very simple things like this, but this is really what they need, that they don't actually realise they're learning. If they're playing snap with words with a particular letter sound, or they're playing, we've got fraction card games, dominoes, bingo.
20 and 11.
They don't actually realise they're having a maths lesson, but in fact they're learning absolutely loads.
30, 36, 42,
having things like a times table tape. It is a bit of a gimmick, but that's a bit more interesting to the children to be singing along with the tape rather than saying, right, we're going to sit down and learn your 6 times table now.
6, 12, 18, 24, 30.
And we try to mix this up all the time, so children who have different preferences for learning are able to access all the types of learning.
We need to try and set ourselves some targets.
Another important part of their work is the development of self-awareness using primary strategies such as circle time.
How we can help you achieve these targets will help you to get up into progress.
Or if you try and stay calm, and if you just pay attention and don't get distracted with things going on around you.
Too right.
I want a target for my behaviour.
Like, you've got to stop calling the teachers' names and now stop calling you names.
What names have I called the teachers?
Teach them the social skills of taking turns and waiting for other people to have their say and listening and, sharing opinions, and that it doesn't matter if they disagree as long as they respect one another. Last one then about Jake to Chris, thank you.
But what you got to do is you just got to sit down, calm down, and go like this on the table. That's what Miss Nubbert told me to do.
We also work on self-esteem and self-confidence, do lots of things to promote them and themselves and make them feel good about themselves. We don't dwell on the negative, we try to reinforce all the positive stuff.
Can I say something to Jake? Hold on to that thought. I know, look at me when I'm speaking to you.
Oh, what?
I know that you're a really intelligent young man. And that's not embarrassing, that's something to be proud of.
Cool, I've been too much going through my earballs.
And you are capable of doing extremely well. There's no need to be embarrassed, because it's brilliant. You need to keep a lid on your behaviour to take advantage of everything that you've got up in your head. The purpose of the STAR chart is to reinforce good behaviour and to reward the children who do good work, behave well, attend, complete their homework, complete their classwork on time, consistently throughout the week. And they're all recorded on the board, so it's a visual reminder of all the children of who's working well and who isn't.
So Tom, who's got 23? Well done, Tom. Well done, sir. There you go. Enjoy it. Pleased with yourself?
Hey, Tom. Thank you.
You're welcome. How does it make you feel winning the most amount of stars this week?
Good.
Fantastic. Very proud of you. Well done. So,
We've had a whole range of behaviour issues, ranging from throwing chairs and tables to having the screaming abdabs, really. I've had children walk out of my classroom and hurl themselves around corridors because they become so frustrated.
we have to stop a game for you, Jake.
Blame me, don't you?
Anything else comes out of your mouth, interrupting any of us, Mrs Hopkins or Mrs Ince will have to take you outside.
I might as well go out.
See you in a minute, Jake.
And you won't see me for the rest of the day, so I'm going home now.
You did that, you said that yesterday.
Don't push Ma'am out of the way.
No child likes to be told off, no child likes to be in trouble. I firmly believe that. So we give them strategies in order to deal with problems that they would usually lash out at, and give them other strategies that help them keep calm or work through a phase where they're feeling very stressed and would usually lash out, throw tables, throw chairs or run out of school.
If you're angry with one person, yeah, we can sort that out. If you're angry with everybody and you won't talk to anybody, we can't really help you, can we? Do you agree? Jake? Do you agree with me? You don't agree with me?
I'm not talking.
What I want you to do is take these pencils, and if you want, you can bunch them all together and have a bit of fun. You see what I'm doing? Yeah? You can hold them like this, yeah? And you can just draw what you like. I want you to draw how you feel using those pencils. Quite good fun. See what happens. You don't even have to think about it. You just hold the pencils. Yeah? Finish you want. And you just draw what you feel like drawing. Just here. How does it feel? Pop them like that so they all fall down. And then grip them tightly. And you just show me. I'll hold the paper for you. You just do whatever comes into your head. Keep doing that. Round. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Now that you're distracted, okay, you're doing something else, you look much better and you're smiling.
The biggest thing I do, and I can't tell you how I do it, is get their trust.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to tell you is that we can do things that will help you. You do not have to be angry like this. And you're much, much happier when you're not angry, aren't you? Yeah.
The LSAs develop close bonds with the children and are an essential part of the nurturing environment that allows them to develop both emotionally and academically.
And I'm asking you to come and sit down. You know the strategies that we have.
No.
You understand the rules. Ow! You understand the rules. So, come on. No thanks. Thank you.
No, thank you.
We're trying to encourage Chris to take part in this drama lesson. He's ostracised himself, he's isolating himself, so we're trying to encourage him to join in and be part of the group.
Really?
I'll give you a moment to think about it, but you do know. Okay. I'll give you a moment.
The LSAs follow the children all the time. They can actually have a stronger bond with them than the teacher because they are with them all the time.
Checkmate.
Oh, game over.
Game over. Yes.
Is this year 7 War of the World? Well done.
Norman's facing Harold.
That's the first time you've won. Well done.
It gives me great joy when I see a child turn round. Matthew in our class, when he first came in, wouldn't speak to anybody, was quite grumpy a lot of the time and was prone to quite alarming outbursts. There have been incidents of him throwing chairs and lashing out at children. Well, now he is transformed. You see this child who has in the past had speech difficulties, hands up, can't wait to answer the questions.
It's about 1,000 miles. 400.
Nearly. It was 200 miles. They had to go by. How did they get?
When we assess children, we are not just looking at what level they are. We are not trying to push these kids towards level 3 or 4. The real success for us with children in the achievement group is if at the end of the day they come out happier, confident, well-behaved, well-adjusted people who will have a handle on life and be able to deal with day-to-day problems. Then we know we've succeeded.